Okay, term 3, week 8, math AMS. This is the hardest one we've had in a while. The first few questions are easy, they're cute, uh, but afterwards it gets a bit hard. Uh, what is the relationship between the length of wires and the jumpers? It's approximately linear because you're pretty much multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2, but here it's almost multiplying by 2. 7 times 2 is 14, but like it's 15, so it's close. Then 9 times 2 is 18, but here's 19, so it's still close. And 10 times 2 is 20, but it's 21, so it's close. So it's approximately linear, and the constant is 2. And the approximation is 2. Um, question 2, these are easy. Here, what does this 0.95 represent? It represents as it's decreasing by 5%. If you remember, we used to have uh, p times 1 plus r to the power of t. Okay, and if 1 plus r equals 0.95, then r equals negative 0.05. So that means it's decreasing by 5%. Calculators are allowed for this one, okay? هلا we start with circles. Okay, circles. A circle has its equation, okay? I don't know what your teacher taught you. Um, I don't like to memorize formulas, but I'm just gonna still give them because I know you guys like to memorize formulas. So the equation of a circle starts with x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. What does this represent? Okay, h comma k represents the center of the circle, and then obviously r is the radius. Okay, so if I were to draw this, let's say this is over here, let me get my tools, application, compass. Let's say I was to draw center, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 3, okay, at 4, comma 3. Let's draw the circle actually. I'll make it a small radius. How do I move it? Yeah, here, and then a bit smaller, and black, green actually. Okay, boom. Okay, so this is my circle. How would I write the equation of this circle? The center is at 4, comma 3, so I can immediately write that it's x minus 4, y minus 3, squared, squared. Okay, equals r squared. Okay, hella, to find the radius, you just need to find the point on the circle. Okay, the distance between the point and the center is what we call the radius, right? So this line is the radius. How would you find it? You take, let's say this point is 4, comma 1, 2, 3. This is 4, comma 6, right? How would I find the distance between 4, comma 3, which is the center, and 4, comma 6? You apply the distance formula. I think most of you should know the distance formula. It's radical x2 minus x1 squared, yeah, plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, it's very important you know. So in this case, x2 will be 4, x1 is also 4, so radical 4 minus 4 squared, plus y2 minus y1, 6 minus 3 squared, and you're gonna get 4 minus 4 squared 0. 6 minus 3 squared is 3 squared, which is 9, so radical 9. So the distance is 3. So in this case, the radius is 3. So how would I put r squared? It would be the radius squared, which is 3 squared, okay, which is 9. So I can rewrite this whole circle as x minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 9. This is how you write the equation of a circle. Okay, how do we apply this? Okay, so they gave us, sometimes, yeah, they give it to you like this. In this case, they wrote it like this. There's no h and there's no k, right? There's no k, there's no h. So what does that mean? And no, I know you don't really need it here, but what does that mean if there's no h, no k? Then obviously that means the center is 0, 0, right? Because we said the center is hk. And if there's no h, no k, that means h and k are both 0. That means the center is 0, 0. Okay, so how does this benefit me? Okay, x squared plus y squared equals 242. It intersects the line y equals x at a point k, comma k. So my x is k and my y is k. So I can substitute here x with k and y with k. Why can I substitute? Because they said it intersects. Okay, intersects معناها they're touching. Okay, so x squared plus y squared equals 242. Let's substitute k squared plus y squared equals 242. Now this is simple math. Sorry, why did I say y squared? K squared also. K squared plus k squared. Because x and y are both k. K comma k. Okay, equals 242. So you're going to get 2k squared equals 242. Divide by 2 on both sides. You're going to get k squared equals 121. Then you're going to get k equals plus minus radical 121, which is plus minus 11. Okay, so positive 11, negative 11. But they told me k is greater than 0. So they want k positive, so it's 11. Okay, if you find this hard, you're baked, صراحة. The next questions are way harder. Suppose that minus 50 comma b is a point on the tangent at 2 comma 3 to a circle whose equation x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 2y minus 3 equals 0. Okay, find b. Okay, this is a lot. I know it's a lot. A circle has another form of writing. Okay, and I'm going to give it to you using equations. The other form of writing is x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay, and in this case, you can find the center, okay, using the equation minus a over 2, comma, minus b over 2. Okay, and the radius would be half radical a squared plus b squared minus 4c. I think, wait, let me double check this. Yeah, I checked it. Yeah, I'm recording. This is the formula for the radius. So sometimes they're gonna give you the equation of a circle like this. Okay, so in this case they gave it to us like this. This is what we call standard form. Okay, so let me write it. X squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay, so they gave us its tangent at 2 comma 3. Let's draw this. Okay, and I like drawing because it helps me understand. Let's add it to a new page. So let's draw the circle. Let's say any circle. Let's say مثلا this is the xy plane. Okay, at 2 comma 3 the circle touches. So 2 comma 3 over here. The circle is tangent to this point. Okay, so if I were to draw a circle, it would be something like, say, like this. Okay, so it's tangent to this point. And when we say it's tangent, man, if there's a line like this running that touches the circle only at that point. Okay, so 2 comma 3 is the point of tangency. And they're saying that minus 50 comma b is also on that tangent. Let's say this point here is minus 50 comma b. It's also on the line, on that tangent line. Okay, how do I find the y coordinate? And I think they're going to get this question actually. Okay, you have to follow these steps. The first thing you have to know is we need to find the equation of this tangent. After we find the equation of this tangent, easy, we can solve for y. They actually gave it to us. Find the equation of the tangent and substitute minus 50 for x. Okay, how would you find the equation of the tangent? Always remember, let's say I have the radius here, and I connect the radius to the tangent. What do you know about the relation between the radius and the tangent? We know it's always perpendicular. Okay, it's always perpendicular. So if I can find the equation of the radius, I can then find the equation of the tangent. Okay, can I find the equation of the radius? Yes, I can. I need the center because it's 2 points. Find the equation of the line in between them. You need the center and you need this point here. We have this point, but we also need the center. How do we find the center? Remember, what did I tell you? If I go to the previous page, the center, when it's given like this, is minus a over 2 minus b over 2. So let's go to the next page. It's going to be, our a here is minus 2. A is minus 2, right? The coefficient of x. And my b is also minus 2. How can I find the center? It's going to be minus a over 2, comma, minus b over 2. Okay? So in this case, it's going to be minus 2 over 2, comma, minus 2 over 2, which is going to be 1, comma, 1. So this point over here, I know it looks weird, but just assume this is 1, comma, 1. Can you find the equation of the line when you have 2 points? Of course you can. You know the equation of the line is y equals mx plus b. Okay, can we find it? We need the slope first. What's the slope between 2 comma 3 and 1 comma 1? Do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 3, y1 is 1 over x2 minus x1. 2 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, equals 2. Okay, so the slope is 2, so y equals 2x plus b. Now how do you find b? You have to substitute. What's my y? You can choose any. Let's just use 3 equals 2 times my x, which is 2, plus b. So 4 plus b equals 3, so b equals minus 1. Okay, so y equals 2x minus 1. Hala, you don't really need to find b, because the only thing that interests me in this case is the slope. Okay, why? Because we took this before, and you guys should know this. The relation between two perpendicular lines is that the slope is the negative reciprocal. So if the slope of this line is 2, then the slope of this line here is the negative reciprocal. What's the negative of 2? Negative 2. And what's the reciprocal of negative 2? 1 over negative 2. So the slope of my tangent is actually negative 1 over 2. Okay, because this was 2, flip it, becomes 1 over 2, make it negative, negative 1 over 2. Okay, so this b part actually, it's useless. You don't really need to find the b. Okay, the main part is the slope. Okay, the slope is 2, flip it and make it negative, negative 1 over 2, because this is a tangent, it's perpendicular. Okay, now I have the tangent. Okay, I have its slope. The slope is minus 1 over 2. So if I were to write the equation of the tangent, it would be minus 1 over 2x plus b. Now I need to find the b, but for the tangent, you need the b because you need to find the point. Okay, can I find the b? Yes, I know that 2 comma 3 lies on that tangent, right? So let's substitute. My y is 3 equals minus 1 over 2 x, which is 2, plus b. Okay, 2 cancels with 2. You're going to get 3 equals minus 1 plus b. So b equals 4. So my equation of the tangent is y equals minus half x plus 4. Now, can I find b? Yes, I can. So basically, we want what is y when x equals minus 50. Let's do it. Let's substitute minus 50 as my x. Y equals minus 1 over 2 times minus 50 plus 4. Minus 1 over 2 times minus 50 cancels 50 with 2 becomes 25. Minus 1 times minus 25 is 25. Plus 4, you get y equals 29. Okay, it's a bit long, but if you want step by step, find the center by applying minus a over 2 minus b over 2. After finding the center, find the slope between the center and the point of tangency. Okay, after you find the slope, okay, take the negative reciprocal of that slope, because we want the slope of the line perpendicular to it, which is the tangent line. Okay, and we found this minus 1 over 2. After you find minus 1 over 2 is your slope, do minus 1 over 2 x plus b. Use the normal equation of a line. Find b by substituting this point. Okay, we got b is 4. Okay, and then after you get b is 4, just substitute your x and you're gonna get the y. Very easy. Question 3, I mean 5. The equation of the circle, this is cute. These questions are cute. The equation of a circle with a center at minus 2 comma 3 and radius 4. Okay, see, they gave it to us in the canonical form, the normal form. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. It's chill, it's calm. Okay, they give us the centers 2. Okay, so I put x minus 2 squared plus y minus, what's my other part? 3. So y minus 3 squared equals r squared. So 4 squared. See, this is calm, it's chill. Okay, and they put minus, so you have to put minus 2. I don't know why. In the exam, if they give you x plus, you just put 2. Because minus 2 is plus 2. But I don't know why they put that here. And you can see it matches. 4 squared is 16. Question 6. Consider the circle whose equation x squared minus 8x plus y squared minus 6y equals 11. Okay, see, here, it's a bit different, right? You can take 11 to this side, okay, and you can solve. Because they didn't give it to us as canonical form. No, they gave it to us, everything's expanded. They gave it to us like this. They gave it as x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by, but they put equal c. So now what's the way we did it? We did it, wait, previous page. We had c on this side. So let's take c to this side. It's going to become minus 11, right? So this is my c. Whatever, c is minus 11. المهم, take it all to one side, because that's the way we're familiar with. That's the one we're familiar with. They want the center of the circle. Okay, the center of the circle we said is minus a over 2, comma minus b over 2. In this case, a is minus 8, right? And b is minus 6. So it's going to be minus 8, minus 8 over 2, comma minus 6 over 2, which is 8 over 2, which is 4. 6 over 2, which is 3. 4 comma 3. How do we find the radius? If you remember the radius from the equations I gave you, the radius is half radical a squared plus b squared minus 4c. I'm not sure if that works here. I don't know. I'll see now. So the radius equals half radical a squared, so negative 8 squared, plus b squared, which is negative 6 squared, plus 4c, minus 4c. So minus 4 times c, which is, oh, c is minus 11. See, I'm not sure if this works here, but let me see. Actually, it does work. So it's going to become radius equals half radical. Minus 8 squared is 64. Minus 6 squared is 36. And then minus 4 times minus 11 is plus 44. Okay, if you put this in a calculator, you're going to get 6. But let's solve it for you. Because, you guys need to develop your non-calculator skills. It's going to become half radical. 64 plus 36 is 100. 100 plus 44 is 144. And I think all of you know root of 144 is 12. So half times 12, which is 6. So the radius is 6. Just memorize your formula. The center is minus a over 2 minus b over 2, and the radius is half radical a squared plus b squared minus 4c. Another way, which I like to do, is completing the square. Okay, completing the square works completely fine. Okay, uh, it's the same thing for the center, but for the radius, it's different. Okay, you can skip this part if you understood the first way. But completing the square, what I do is I split up the x squared minus 8x and the y squared minus 6y. Okay, I complete the square. X squared minus 8x divided by 2 and square, I get 16. And here divided by 2 and squared, I get 9. Okay, and this 16 and this 9. Remember how you have to, what you add here also has to be added on the other side, and what you add here has to also be added on the other side. So I just add the 16 and this 9 to this 11, and this is radius squared, so I just find the square root. 16 plus 9 is 25, 25 plus 11 is 36, and then square root of 36 is 6. Okay, if you want to complete the square, that's completely fine. If you don't, just use the first way I gave you using the equations, and they both work fine. Consider the circle with center minus 3, minus 2, and radius 6. Okay, you have two ways to do this. Okay, you can, here what they want a, right? Ax. They wrote it in standard form, x squared. They wrote it as x squared plus ax plus y squared plus by equals c. Okay, when you're asked to find it like this, I don't recommend doing formulas, because once you want to find c, you're gonna get stuck because there's no formula to find c. We only have the a and b. For c, you're gonna have to work with this long formula, and you're gonna have to square and multiply by 2 on the other side, and there's no point in going through all that. Okay, there's no point. So let's just continue normally and use the method I taught you at the start. To write any equation of the circle, use it like this. But Walid, it looks different. I'll show you. Okay, what's our canonical form? It's x minus h squared, y minus k squared equals r squared. صح? Okay, let's write it like this. Okay, x minus h squared. What's my center? Minus 3. So put minus 3 squared plus y minus k squared. So y minus, what's my center? Minus 2 squared equals r squared. Okay, but they gave us the radius, it's 6. So let's just put 6 squared. Okay, this is going to become x plus 3 squared. This is going to become y plus 2 squared equals 6 squared. Or I'll write it as 36 actually. 36. Okay, let's expand it. Okay, like think of it. Don't you think if you expand this, it's gonna look something like this? I think so. Let's try. X plus 3 squared is become x squared plus 6x plus 9. Y plus 2 squared is gonna become y squared plus 4y plus 4. Using the rule a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, equals 36. Okay, now they want all the numbers to be taken to the right, like over here, yeah? Let's take the 9 and the 4 to the right. It's going to become minus 9, minus 4, right? So let's get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, let me take this up. So I'm going to be left with x squared plus 6x plus y squared plus 4y. And now 36 minus 9 minus 4, 36 minus 13, which is 23. And isn't that the same thing that I have written up here? X squared plus 6x, y squared plus 4y equals 23. Yes, you do. So if you're asked to write the equation of any circle, given the center and given the radius, go through the canonical form. Okay? And by the way, if in a written part you write your answer like this, that's completely fine. Okay? This is completely, you get full. Unless they say express it in standard form, then you're going to have to expand. Standard form basically means you expand and you move all the constant terms to the right. Okay? Question 8. How many questions is 13? This one here, very easy. Consider the circle with center at 2, 3 and passing through 6, 0. Okay, they gave us the center, right? But they didn't give us the radius, but they gave us another point. Okay, so like how I gave you here, right? Let's say they give you this the center and they give you another point, and then you're asked to find the radius. You have to apply the distance formula. Okay, and is my recording going? Okay. Uh, how do we do it? Okay, what's our equation of a circle? It's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So let's apply the center first. Our center is 2, so minus 2 squared plus y minus k is 3 squared equals r squared. So we did this part, but we're missing the r part. Okay, let's say I were to draw this. Okay, 2, 3 would be over here, the center, right? And then it's passing through 6, 0. 6, 0 meaning 6, y, 0. So down here. Okay, down here. Can I find the radius? Of course I can. Just find the distance between these 2 points. How do you find the distance? It's radical x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Let's do it. So it's going to be between what 2 points? x2 minus x1, 6 minus 2 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, 0 minus 3 squared, 0 minus 3 squared. Okay, let's do this. It's going to be radical. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, 4 squared is 16. Plus 0 minus 3 is minus 3. Minus 3 squared is 9. So d equals root 25, and that's 5. Okay, so that means my radius is 5. Okay, but they want r squared, right? That's how we write the equation of the circle. It's always r squared. So we're going to put 5 squared, which is 25. Question 9. I think this is a bit too tough one. No, this is easy. Okay, consider the circle with the diameter GH. Okay, G is this and H is this. Find the equation of the circle. Okay, again, equation of the circle, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, look here, they didn't give you radius, they gave you diameter. What do we know about the relationship between the radius and the diameter? We know that the radius is half of the diameter, right? So let's say I can find the distance between G and H. That would be the diameter. Can I find the radius? The radius would just be half of the distance between these 2 points. And what is the distance between these 2 points? It's radical x2 minus x1, 5 minus minus 1 squared plus y2 minus y1, 7 minus minus 1 squared. And that's going to be half of 5 minus minus 1 is 6, so 6 squared, plus 7 minus minus 1 is 8, so 8 squared. So it's going to be half of 36 plus 64 under a radical, which is half of radical 100, which is half of 10, which is 5. So my radius is 5. Okay, my radius is 5. Can I find the center? Yes, I can. Okay, what do I do? Again, they gave us diameter. Let's say I drew for you this circle. Okay, I think all of you know that, let's say this is the center, you know the diameter connects 2 points on the circle. This point here and this point here. And you know that the diameter always passes through the center. Okay, where would the center be in relation to the diameter? It's going to be in the middle, right? It's going to be in the middle of the diameter. Hatta if you try these 2 points, this point and this point over here. Connect them. Okay, I know it's a bit curved, but you get my point. It always passes through the diameter and passes through the diameter. Sorry, it always passes through the center. The diameter always passes through the center. And you know that the center is always in the middle of the diameter. It's in the middle. So wouldn't the center be at the midpoint of the diameter? Yes, it would. And for those who did IG math, you know that the equation for a midpoint, okay, and we took this last year, is x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2 over 2. So if I can find the midpoint between these 2 points over here, I can actually find the equation of the center. I mean the coordinate, the point of the center. So let's apply the midpoint formula. It's going to be minus 1 plus 5 over 2, comma x1 plus x2 over 2, comma y1 plus y2, minus 1 plus 7 over 2. What's going to be minus 1 plus 5 is 4 over 2, minus 1 plus 7 is 6 over 2, which is going to be 2, comma 3. Okay, what do we do now? We have the center 2, comma 3, we have the radius, which is 5. Okay, can we apply it? Yes, we can. X minus, what is my center? It's 2, so 2 squared. Plus y minus, what's my other part of the center? 3. So 3 squared equals r squared. What's my r? It's 5. 5 squared, 25. So is that my answer? Yes, it is. Okay. Question 10. Okay. In each case, examine the given equation. If it represents a circle, give its radius. If it represents a single point, give its abscissa. And if it represents an empty set, put 999. For this one, you're gonna have to put it in canonical form. To do it in canonical form, or actually, you can apply the formula. Yeah, we'll apply formulas. I'll apply the formula for you. Let's examine the equation of the circle. Okay, let's examine all three of these. And any circle should have a center and it should have a radius, right? Let's first find the radius. Okay, because all three of these I can find a center out of them. But maybe some of them won't have a radius. And if it doesn't have a radius, what does that mean? It's not a circle. And we know that the radius is half radical a squared plus b squared minus 4c. Let's do it on the first one. It's going to be half radical a squared, which is minus 2 squared, plus b squared, which is minus 8 squared. Okay, put it in brackets. If you're putting this on a calculator, make sure to put the negative number inside the brackets. Okay, and then the square outside of the brackets, because it's going to give you a negative answer if you keep the square beside the negative. Okay, minus 4c, minus 4, which is times 17. Okay, and if you do this on a calculator, I don't have one beside me, but minus 2 squared should be 4. 8 minus 8 squared, 64. Okay, 4 times 17, 28. 68 is going to be 68. And this is actually 4 plus 64 minus 68 is 0. So half times radical 0. And it's going to be half times 0. So the radius is going to be 0. Okay. For those who don't know, radical 0 is 0. Okay. My radius is 0. So do I have a radius? Yes, I do. Okay. People will see that the radius is 0. They're going to say, oh, khalas, I don't have a radius. No. If you have radius equals 0, you have a circle. It's just that when there's no radius, when the radius is equal to 0, that means from the center, the circle doesn't move. It just stays at the center. Because, the radius represents how far will you move from the center. But if I'm moving 0 units, that means I'm just staying at the center. So what does this circle represent? It represents only the center. Since I'm not moving away from the center, it's only a single point. Okay? And they're asking us to give the abscissa of the point, so I actually have to find the center in this case. How do I find the center? It's minus a over 2, comma minus b over 2. Minus a over 2 will be minus 2 over 2. Okay, they only want the abscissa, so there's no need to do minus b over. Abscissa means x coordinate. Huh? Okay, so we can just put minus 2 over 2, which is 1. Okay, no need to do minus b over 2 because they only want the x coordinate. So my answer is 1. Okay, how about this one over here? Same story. Okay, let's find the radius first. It's going to be half radical a squared. No, by all this work you can be skipped if you have a calculator. Okay, a squared plus b squared minus 4c. So it's going to be half radical a squared, which is going to be minus 2 squared, so it's going to be 4, plus b squared, which is minus 8 squared, so it's going to be 64, minus 4 times c, which is minus 8, so it's going to be, it should be 32, 68, should be 100, half radical 100. Okay, so it's gonna be half of 10, so it's gonna be 5. Okay, the radius is 5. So do I have a radius? Yes, it is. Okay, and they said if it represents a circle, give its radius. Okay, the other one represented a circle, but it only had one point. So that's why we said it's a single point. Here we actually have a radius. So from my center, I'm actually moving 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So I have a circle. Okay. Oh, can I undo that? And I got r equals 5. They said they want the radius. We said r equals 5, so 5. The last one, let's check if it has a radius. R equals half radical a squared. Okay, so minus 2 squared, which is 4, plus b squared, which is 64, because minus 8 squared, minus 4c, so minus 4 times 30. And if you do this on a calculator, you're going to get half of radical 68 minus 120. 60 minus 1 would be minus 60. It would be minus 52, I think. Since it's a negative number under a radical, we're going to get an imaginary number. And obviously, that means there's no radius. Okay, now there's no radius because it doesn't exist. If it's a radical of a negative, it doesn't exist. So if it's an empty set, they said put 999. Okay, question 11. Consider the circle that passes through 3 points. Okay, this question took me half an hour to solve. Not because it's hard, just because I was being stupid. Okay, you need to be very careful. If you have a calculator, and you will in the final, and in the AMS, it's very, very, very easy. Okay, all you have to do is substitute. You can do all of this on a calculator. They want it in the form x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by equals c. Okay, but we're gonna solve it. We're gonna forget about the equals c. We're just gonna move c to the right at the end. But المهم, we're gonna solve it like this. Okay, we want it like this. We want x squared. Whoa, x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay, if you substitute each point into this equation, you're going to get a whole equation, right? So since I have 3 points, logically I should get 3 different equations with 3 different unknowns. So let's try this. Let's substitute with 3 comma negative 3. X squared, so 3 squared, 9. Plus y squared, negative 3 squared, again 9. Plus ax, so x is 3, so 3 times a, so 3a. Plus by, y is negative 3, so negative 3 times b is negative 3b. And then c is just c equals 0. That's my first equation. Second equation, again, x squared. So 0 squared, 0. We just skip it. Plus y squared, negative 2 squared is 4. Okay, plus ax. X is 0, 0 times a is 0, so we skip it. By, negative 2 times b, so negative 2b. Okay, plus c. C is always just c, equals 0. Last one. Negative 2 x squared. Negative 2 squared is going to be 4. Y squared again. 2 squared, 4. Ax. Negative 2 times a, negative 2a. By, 2 times b, 2b, plus c equals 0. Okay, let's clean this up a bit because it's a bit dirty for me and I don't like solving like this. 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 3a minus 3b plus c equals 0. Okay, 4 minus 2b plus c equals 0. Nothing to clean up here. And then here, 8 minus 2a plus 2b plus c equals 0. Okay, you can solve this on a calculator. 90% of the calculators nowadays have it. Of course, I will explain it in case you don't have a calculator. If you have a calculator, move your constant term to the right side. Okay, make it look like this. Make it look like this. Ax squared plus x squared plus make it all the letters on one side and then the numbers on the other side. So this is going to be the same as 3a minus 3b plus c equals negative 18. This is the same as negative 2b plus c equals negative 4. And this is going to be negative 2a plus 2b plus c equals negative 8. Okay, what do we do here? If you have a calculator, I'm going to show you the video now on how to solve. I opened up YouTube. Okay, depending on what you have, what calculator you have, it's different. But this is the one for most general calculators. I'm going to put on 2 speed. Okay, just go mode, press equation mode, which is 5. Okay, and you're going to want to click this on the one with A, B, C equals D. Okay, that one. Okay, you're going to press it. So, yeah, fast. Okay, so you're gonna have 3 slots. And what did we get? We had 3 slots, right? So you're gonna start with the first one, 3a minus 3b plus c. So you're gonna input into the calculator 3 minus 3, 1, and then negative 18. There's a fourth box. I'll let you see. He should show it. Yeah, there's a fourth. Yeah, حبيبي شوي شوي. Yeah, you see, there's a D. Oh, you see, there's a D. Okay, A, B, C. This is the fourth box. Just move your calculator to the right, and you press the right button. Okay, so where'd I go? Previous. Okay, then for the next one, there is no A. So for the first box, you put 0. Okay, then you're gonna put -2. Then for C, you're gonna put 1, and then the fourth box, -4. Okay, then for the last one, you have A, so -2, and for B, it's 2. For C, it's 1, and then -8. Put this in a calculator, press equal. You're gonna get X, Y, Z. Okay, I know it's not A, B, C, same thing. يعني خلاص يا أخي, don't be stupid. X is the same as A, so you should get A equals -6, or the calculator will give you X equals -6. It's gonna give you Y equals -4, and it's gonna give you Z equals I think -12. Yeah, Z equals -12. Okay, you're gonna get these 3. This is the same as A, B, C. So now we found our A, B, C. Okay, so we can just put in A is the coefficient of X, and it's -6. They already put the minus, so you just put the 6. And then for B, coefficient of Y, they already gave you the minus, so you just put the 4. Okay, but they moved C to the other side. I don't know why they moved C to the other side. So it was -12, so we moved it to the other side. Now it becomes +12. Okay, depending on what model calculator you have. Look how the guy does it. Gets يا أخي stop يا عمي. خلاص يا أخي go next. بس okay, you see you get X, Y. يا أخي يلا Y, Z. Okay, so you get 3 solutions like this. Okay, depending on your calculator model, some people don't have this 991ES. Just put in, put this, write this, and then put like FX, I don't know, FX991EX or whatever. Okay, that doesn't matter. Let's just go next. Question 12. Oh, wait, and I didn't solve it for those who don't have calculator. If you don't have a calculator, okay, you can solve it like this. Let me delete all of this. Skip this if you have a calculator. If you don't have a calculator, you have to go through this method. Okay, since they want C on the other side, we arrange all the equations like this. Okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to get rid of unknowns. Okay, an easy way to do it would be to subtract the first equation by the second equation. If I subtract the first equation by the second equation, I put a minus here. 3a minus, I don't have any a here, so it becomes 3a. Minus 3b minus 2b is going to become minus b. Okay, because 3a plus minus 3b plus 2b is minus 1b. Okay, cancel. Then c minus c cancels. Minus 18 minus 4 is going to be minus 14. Okay, so we're done from that. Then subtract the second equation from your third equation. Okay, minus 2b, I know it's deleted, minus 2b minus 2b is going to become minus 4b. Okay, then nothing, it's minus, sorry, there's a minus here. Nothing minus 2a becomes plus 2a, becomes positive. Okay, then minus 4 minus 8 is 4. Okay, so you have these two equations and you can solve it simultaneously. Okay, at this point, all of you should know how to do this equation on paper when you have two equations. Okay, you're gonna get b equals 3, or no, let's actually solve for a. Okay, let's solve for a. Down here, I can divide it all by 2. It's gonna become negative 2b plus a equals 4. And if I take negative 2b to equals 2, sorry, equals 2. If I take negative 2b to the other side, I get a equals 2 plus 2b. Okay, so up here, I can substitute the a with 2 plus 2b. 3, yeah, 3 times 2 plus 2b, and then continue, minus b equals minus 14. You're going to get 6 plus 6b minus b equals minus 14. 6b minus b, 5b plus 6 equals minus 14. 6 to the other side, you're going to get 5b equals minus 20. Okay, you're going to get b equals minus 4. Then you can substitute a equals 2 plus 2b, so 2 plus 2 times minus 4. So it's 2 plus minus 8, which is minus 6. Okay, you get a equals minus 6. Then for c, you can just go back to this equation here and substitute minus 2b, so minus 2 times minus 4 plus c, and you have this 4. Okay, equals 0, you're going to get 4, let me see, plus 8 plus c equals 0. You're going to get c equals minus 12. Then they took it to the other side, became positive. So it becomes positive 12. And then you just substitute these in. Okay, question 12. Okay, consider the system of equations. I think I finished the other one. Okay, yeah. You have, how many solutions does the system have? So basically they're telling you x equals minus 3. Okay, then they're saying x squared plus y squared equals 9. Okay, the easiest way to do this, just substitute minus 3 as your x. So you're going to have minus 3 squared. Okay, remember, always put, if you're doing it on a calculator, make sure you put the negative inside the brackets and the squared outside. Okay, plus y squared equals 9. You're going to get 9 plus y squared equals 9. You're going to get y squared equals 0. And obviously y equals radical 0, which is 0. So you only have one solution. How about here, when x equals 2? So 2 squared plus y squared equals 9. You're going to get y squared equals 9 minus 4, 5. And you're going to get two solutions. Y equals plus minus radical 5, right? So plus radical 5 and minus radical 5. First solution, second solution. Okay, part C. Again, same thing. Substitute negative 3. Negative 3 squared plus y squared equals 4. Okay, 9 plus y squared equals 4. Y squared equals negative 5. And obviously you all know that it has no real solutions. Since it's a negative number and you have a square root of a negative number, no real solution. Okay, I know, since you know we have the periodic, well, some of you will be watching this on Sunday. Well, this week's periodic anyway would tell you that no, this is actually radical 5 times I. Okay, but no, we're not working in the complex numbers, we're working in geometry, we're working with circles, we're working with equations of lines. There's no imaginary coordinates for now, at least. Maybe in grade 12 and 11 there will be. المهم, the point of intersection of the circle given by x squared plus y squared equals 180 and the line y equals 2x. Okay, so they told us basically this is the same thing as this. Okay, it's the same thing as this, except they gave us, it's like this. They said y equals 2x. Okay, and then they said x squared plus y squared equals 180, and they gave it to you like this. It's two systems. So y equals 2x. So instead of y I can put 2x, right? So x squared plus, instead of y we said 2x, so 2x squared, because y squared 2x squared, we just substitute the y with 2x, equals 180. Okay, then it's going to become x squared plus 2x squared is 4x squared. Remember that you distribute the square onto all members of that number, equals 180. X squared plus 4x squared is 5. X squared equals 180. You get x squared equals 36. So x equals plus minus radical 36, and x equals 6 and negative 6. Okay, so my x is 6 given here and negative 6, but they also want the y. How do we find the y? We said that y equals 2x, right? Y equals 2x. So instead of y, what do we, so instead of x, we have 6 and negative 6. So let's find our first y. 2 times 6, which is 12. And then our second y is, let's put x1, x2. Our second y is 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. So when x is 6, y is 12. It's given here. And when x is negative 6, y is negative 12, which is this one here. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck.